Hey, Arcola. Hope everybody's having a good day. But I just want to take the time today to come and talk to y'all. We've been getting lots of calls up at the City Hall. And it's because if many of you have seen Mr. Fred Burden has really went live yesterday at a home over in his neighborhood, over in Pinedale Manor. And he posted this live video where he is holding a camera up to this house, stating that it's going to be a treatment center, and he has gotten everybody up in an uproar that this is going to be some violent criminals or something coming over in the neighborhood. But let me say a couple of things about that. Number one, there is a treatment facility that's coming into that neighborhood. We had no idea initially that that's what it was going to be. A homeowner sold their home, and so that's what the new tenant or the new buyer decided to turn that into. Couple of things. Number one, the city of Arcola cannot enforce any deed restrictions. And my understanding is there were some deed restrictions filed before Benton County in 1960s. However, there's never been active homeowners association to deal with those deed restrictions. So that's one thing. And that's not necessarily to say that, you can't do anything just because you haven't had an active homeowners association. However, in this case, what people have to understand is that, first of all, this is a treatment center. We have done a pre-development meeting with the owners of this facility. It is a teen treatment center for kids from the ages of 8 to 15, and some of whom have behavioral issues. As you know, anytime you have a facility like that, it is heavily regulated by the state, so they have to pass all of those regulations and make sure that all those things are in place for security and safety, even of their residents. So at this point, it's not so much what the threat that these kids will have on this neighborhood. The way that Fred Burden has put them out there and targeted them, we have to be concerned about what the surrounding area residents might, how they might target this house and the residents who may come to that house. It hasn't even opened yet. I've been getting calls, I've been getting emails, and that's okay. But the reality is, what y'all have to understand is the law. As a city official, we cannot discriminate against people because of any disabilities that they may have. This disability is protected by federal law. And under federal law, also under the Fair Housing Act, which is an act, let me just read it to you, a landmark 1968 federal law, amended in 1974 and in 1988, that prohibits discrimination in housing, including renting, buying, financing, or advertising based on race, color, religion, national origin, sex, familial status, and disability. So, we understand the concerns, but these are kids. This is a disability-focused center, and also they are protected under the Fair Housing Act. So I think that if the council member Burden was really concerned about what's going on in his community, as a council member, he can use his voice to try to find solutions, which is what we're going to do. We will be having a meeting on Monday, this upcoming Monday that's March 2nd, at 6 p.m. over in Pinedale Manor. We will put out the exact location. What we want to do is to address the concerns of residents, but we're going to look for solutions-based. Now, one thing that we cannot do, we cannot tell them to move. This is not what you consider a commercial facility where, hey, they should be in a shopping center or whatever. If you wouldn't live in a shopping center area, then we cannot force them to live in a community, a shopping center area. That would be what's called discrimination, and we cannot do that. I think in this case, a lot of times they think that the city can regulate a lot of what comes in. First of all, the state of Texas they are very big on cities not being able to restrict what people do on their private property. Number two, the city of Arcola doesn't have zoning, so there's a lot that we cannot restrict. What we can do is make sure that they stay within the standards that are set in the city via ordinances and those types of things. And the other thing that we're gonna do is we're looking at ways, we're talking to our city attorney, who will also be at the meeting, to address some of the issues, what the city can do going forward to prevent a greater spread of this, these types of facilities being in such close proximity. So, Arcola, just know that we are working on your behalf. When citizens call us, when they have concerns, we listen, and we are going to do our best to address this. It might not be to everybody's liking, but one thing that we will do is we will always follow the law. And if Fred Burden and his little friend Roger White would take the time to read, they would understand that these are things that I don't care if he gets in here in this position, there's nothing he can do about it, because we cannot circumvent federal and state law. So anyway, sorry that this is the message that I have to come to you today about, but this is where we are, and we are looking forward to addressing the concerns of our constituents. So until the next time, we'll see you around town, Arcola. Take good care.